tonight's episode will be about rumors that Donald J. Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu are fighting while the peace negotiations are taking place over the Strait of Hormuz and the war. And just as we are going live here, it was announced that both Hezbollah and the Houthis are both trying to bomb Israel. So, we'll kind of get into it. I have some very clear thoughts on the entire thing, and we'll kind of break it down a little bit. But basically, to catch you up if you missed out, there's a war in the Middle East, mostly between Israel and Iran, and the U.S. Is quotes trying. Trump is trying to put a stop to it. Unfortunately, Israel can't help itself. The, of course, axis of evil or resistance, or whatever they call themselves, can't help themselves, and bombs continue to fly back and forth, which led to a conversation, allegedly, again, because I'm going to kind of explode here with my brain, between Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu, in which they argued because Israel won't stop bombing, uh, you know, Hezbollah to the north
Yeah.
and invading them. Apparently, Israel's taken more land from Hezbollah than Russia has Ukraine, which I find crazy. I didn't know it was a real thing. I think it's counting the Golan Heights that they took.
Colin. Colin Heights?
No, I think it's Golan, Gollan.
The Ben Gurion Canal?
No, not the Bulgarian Canal. No. There's if you pull up the map, you have Yemen at the bottom. No, sorry, Yemen is at the top. It's at the bottom. I forget. I'm sounding like an idiot. Can you pull up the map? Pull up the map. It's been a while since I pulled up the
Map of Yemen?
Map of Yemen, map of the Middle East. Either is good.
How do we know this is accurate?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. You can zoom in there in the little sliver of land that seems to be a very big deal. So this is Iran, and then go to left. We might need a more map that we can actually explore. There we go. So you have the little sliver of Israel, Lebanon. Sorry, Lebanon is to the north. Lebanon is where the Hezbollah rebels are located. And down at the very bottom below Saudi Arabia is Yemen, where the Houthi rebels are located. Both hate Israel and are currently bombing Israel. There's the summary. Of course, sponsored by Iran, blah, 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 the usual. And the U.S. is trying to broker a deal. Trump is trying to broker a deal. Now, the rumor is that Israel obviously doesn't want a deal and keeps trying to spark conflict, which, I mean, probably, duh. And it led to, apparently, 2 phone calls. Can you go back to X, the link that I sent you? In which Trump said, do you want to go ahead and do the Trump voice?
I mean, this is more of a summary, but I can do the part here.
Yeah.
Do you want to read the summary first, or?
Oh, yeah.
Trump directly warned Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu during Sunday and Monday calls that escalating strikes into full war would leave Israel without U.S. support as exchanges intensified after Israel's Beirut hit on a Hezbollah target. Iran fired missiles at Israel, which struck back at Tehran's petrochemical complex and other sites. But Trump relayed Iran's offer to pause if Israel did the same, leading Netanyahu to cancel major planned attacks. The U.S. helped intercept missiles defensively while pushing for a nuclear deal with Iran, with both sides now announcing a fragile halt amid warnings of readiness to resume. Just then, President Trump tells Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu he could be left alone against Iran. You better be careful what you do because you could be left alone against Iran very soon.
Yeah, and this is a follow-up to another conversation that they had in which they're basically arguing about whose penis is bigger. You better
I
be
see.
careful. You better be careful,
Yep, better be
or you'll
careful.
be on your own.
That's apparently what people are saying.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I don't think it's real. Okay? Here's why. They ran this playbook before the first time the US bombed Iran and Israel bombed Iran.
Yeah.
The very first thing they did was pretend to fight, and then they bombed Iran together and held hands, and it was a big gotcha, like hee hee XD, get fucked, idiot. And the other thing, so if you keep scrolling down through there are like some very specific people like Mark Levin and some quote insiders, right, who are really pushing this narrative. They're like, "Yeah, I was there. I was there when he made the phone call. Yeah." Barack Ravid is one of them. "I told Bibi you better be careful what you do because you could be left alone facing Iran very soon."
I mean, we obviously know that statement wasn't said at all because one of the two people here is already dead.
It's my favorite narrative. By the way, after it was said that this guy had died, they did that AI stuff. Whatever. Maybe he was alive and they did the AI for another reason. There's another rumor he was in a German hospital. Apparently, he's got two different forms of cancers. Okay, he is like mind controlled. He's a robot. Like this guy has more rumors about him than anyone else on the planet.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I don't think this conversation took place either. It's all a bait, is my guess. Again, the exact same thing happened during the first bombing. If you keep scrolling there, it also says that we literally today, probably a few hours ago, airdropped a bunch of troops into Israel in order for them to, because they're threatening a ground invasion into an island, an Iranian island called Karg Island, where a lot of the oil exports go through. All of them pretty much have to pass through that. So we're prepping for a seizure of it.
Mm.
And so it's like, yeah, okay, these guys are fighting, but we're also prepping for a sea land invasion of the island. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
Yeah.
they're just trying to hold it over and wait until people get distracted enough. And this is the narrative they pushed last time. It's the exact same thing, guys. Oh, we're fighting, yeah. Ooh. Eh, Israel is still pushing into Lebanon, by the way, as we speak. Okay, that
Yeah.
hasn't changed.
No.
Benjamin Netanyahu went home and said, "Yeah, we're still going to invade Lebanon." That hasn't changed. They're still bombing Lebanon as we speak. And let's be honest, they're just hoping the boomers buy it. Both of them, both the Israeli boomers and the Trump boomers, they're just hoping that both of those parties buy into what these two boomers have to say. Okay. Trump gets to turn to his boomer crowd and go, "Hey, look, I'm the big guy here. I'm telling Benjamin Netanyahu what to do." Benjamin Netanyahu goes home and says, "Yeah, we're still going to, do the Greater Israel Project." It's there's no actual change here. But I see a lot of people pushing this narrative. The ones that are normally very critical, like Nick, like Tucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. No. I mean, once again, I still think they're both kind of just plants.